Hello, my dear students. We have already started Unit 4 during the live classes, and now, when the schools have reopened, I have continued this chapter in school. But since all of you are not attending the school, I have made a video for you guys as well. So, before moving ahead with Activity 3, though we have completed Activity 1 and Activity 2 during our live classes, we'll be revising it quickly. Activity 1 is a story about Buddha's disciple gets a new robe. Once, a disciple of Buddha asked him if he could get a new robe. After Buddha made sure that the old robe could not be used any longer, he allowed the disciple to get a new one. A few days later, Buddha asked the disciple if he was happy with his new robe. Disciple, yes, master, I am very happy. Now, we have studied about Gautam Buddha in social science and we know who is a disciple. He is a student or a follower of Gautam Buddha. So, and the story gets that he gets a new robe. Robe is the cloth which the monks wear. It's a long piece of cloth without any kind of stitching which they wrap around their body. So he asked for a new robe and Buddha also gave the permission, but after making sure that the old robe cannot be used any longer. And then he asked the disciple if he was happy with his new robe. And the disciple says that yes, he was happy. But after that also, there is a long conversation. Let's read why is the disciple happy. Buddha, tell me though, now that you have a new robe, what did you do with your old robe? Disciple, Master, I'm still using it. I'm using it as my new bedspread. Bedspread means the bedsheet. Buddha, then what did you do with your old bedspread? Disciple, Master, I'm using my old bedspread as my new window curtain. Buddha, what about your old curtain? Disciple, we are using it to handle hot utensils in the kitchen. Buddha, oh, what a good idea. But can you tell me what did they do with the old cloth they used in the kitchen? Disciple, we are using it to mop the floor. Buddha, then what have they done with the old rag being used to mop the floor? Rag means a cloth which is very old and torn. So, what about that cloth? Disciple, Master, they were very torn. The old rags were only small strips of cloth. Buddha, ah, so they are waste then. Disciple, no, master, the old rags are now the new wicks in the lamp. Wicks are the a small thread. Usually we make it of cotton, but even the cotton cloth serves that purpose. So it is the vat or the bati as we speak in Hindi, or vat which we speak in Gujarati. So after that, Buddha smiled and went away satisfied. Why was he satisfied? Because his disciple made complete use of the things. They did not waste anything. Out of many principles of Buddha, one was that we should not waste anything, or we should use it only as much it is needed. Activity 2. Buddha's disciple needed a new robe, but he did not throw away the old one. Survey your classmates. Survey means ask every one of your classmates. Ask each person what was the last old thing you threw in the dustbin. List all the things that your classmates have thrown away in the last few days. Make the longest list you can. We did this exercise during our live class and you all had made the list. Now, the next activity is also dependent on this activity. Activity 3. Study the list of old things that your classmates threw in the trash. Find the one thing that you think might be the most useful if you reused it in a new way. Now, this activity we did in school and all everybody used their own imagination to about reusing things. So, you have to write your own answer in this for in the blanks. I will reuse the old blank as a new blank. Write a dialogue like the one in Buddha's story beginning with the new thing. Make your dialogue as long as you can. Buddha's disciple. Now that you have a new blank, what did you do with the old one? Then your answer. Buddha's disciple. Then what did you do with the old blank? The answer which you gave above. This way, when I asked all the students, they participated very well, but you will have to make this list by yourself in your homework. Share your dialogue with the class. Who made the longest dialogue? What did they reuse in their dialogue? Write the name of the classmate who made the longest dialogue and what the classmate used to start the dialogue. Here, while doing this exercise in our class, we had Keshwi made the longest dialogue reusing candy sticks. But you can use your own imagination and make a longer list. Activity 4. You have read some stories and activities about reusing many things to make something new. But can you also but you can also think of many ways to use one thing. This idea is often used on blogs on the internet. Now, blogs are the posts or things where authors write their thoughts, they share their ideas. So blogs on the internet, they mostly have this kind of concepts. People think of as many ways to use one thing as they can and post the many uses on a blog to give other people good ideas for using a common thing. For example, here is a list of 13 ways to use a common paperclip. Now, we all have seen paperclip, and what is the main purpose? It's to hold papers, but besides that, it can be used in many other ways. Let's have a look at the list which is given here. We all can see the paper clips. Now, what are the different uses? One, to poke tiny holes. With the help of the pointed end, we can poke tiny holes. Second, to clean fingernails. Third, hang small ornaments. Ornaments are not just worn by women or human beings. Ornaments, we also hang them. For example, if we are hanging small ornaments for decorating Christmas tree, we can use the paper clips. Fourth is to unclog glue bottle. Unclogging means when the glue dries, it uh, closes the glue bottle. We cannot get glue out of it. So we can unclog it. We can remove that dried glue with the help of paper clips. Fifth, use as emergency pin to hold hem. Hem is the line of your clothing which comes at the end, which is turned around. That is called hemline. So instead of using the safety pins, we can also use this paper clip for emergency purpose. Like if we do not have any other option, we can use this. Sixth is substitute for a twist tie to close a plastic bag. Substitute is something which is instead of. Like if you do not have a twist tie, we can use the paper clips. Seventh is to clean the little rollers in your computer mouse. Computer mouse, you all have seen it and you know it has the rollers with which helps you in navigating on the computer screen or on the monitor. So we can also clean the rollers with it. Next is as substitute toothpick. Then as inexpensive earring. 10th is to push a reset button on many devices. Many devices have reset buttons which are very small and they are inside the surface. So with the help of this paper clip, if we open it and we can press it and we can reset the device. Next is to make necklace or bracelet with many paper clips hooked together. When you join them, when you hook them, you can make necklace or bracelet. Use as keychain and then to hold papers together. So these are the many uses of one thing, a small paper clip. It can be used in so many other ways. Think of one more use for a paper clip. Make sure your use is not already on the list. I asked the students and they came up with various other uses for a paper clip. and they all were quite unique. Then share your use with your classmates. Did anyone think of this same as you did? Well, while asking in class, nobody had the same use, but while you are doing this at home, maybe you can get the same ideas as your friends. Who thought of the most unusual use? We made a list, and most of the things were actually quite unusual. Like we cannot have think like when Indians are said to be jugadu, like you can make do things. So if you do not have something, you can, instead of that, your work does not stop with the help of other thing. So that way we can even use paperclip for certain things which, or the in the areas where we may not have thought that even this thing can be useful here. Activity 5. Circle the quote you think is most interesting. Then ask your classmates which one they think is most interesting. Record the number on the chart. We did this, and right now I cannot ask you which is your interesting, which quote you found most interesting, but let's just understand. First one man's trash is another man's treasure. It actually means what someone may think is useless, what someone may think is waste, but it can be useful, or it may be considered as wealth for somebody else. Second is waste not, want not. If you do not waste things in the future or next time, you will not want extra things. It means that you should use things only as much as needed, and you should not buy or even gather things more than you need, because that way the additional things, the extra things will go in waste. And if you are saving the waste, if you are reducing waste, it will help you in reaching a stage where you're not wanting things. Ultimately it will stop you from poverty. Like if you are wasting, your resources are also getting wasted, just not just the thing in environment, but even your wealth is getting wasted. Third is garbage in, garbage out. This quote basically is used in computer terms, like if you input nonsense or rubbish data, you will get the rubbish output or a non useful output. Same way, like it, your output depends on your input. How many students chose the same saying you did? Did you like the most popular saying or one of the less popular ones? We cannot do this exercise, but you can choose your own saying. What do you think is the meaning of your favorite saying? I asked this to the students in class, but most of them gave meaning which was different than the actual meaning. Find one student who chose the same saying but wrote a different meaning that you think is interesting. Write your classmates' meaning. Earlier, you had to write your meaning, like what you think is the meaning of your favorite saying. But below that, in the next question, you have to write the meaning given by your classmate, which is different than the meaning which you wrote for the same saying. Make up a saying about trash or recycling or reusing things or another related idea of your own and print it nicely on the banner below. Share your saying with your classmates. Read the quotes of your classmates. Whose saying do you like best? Here also, all the students, all of you, have to write a quote by yourself. You have to think or you have to come up with a quote about trash or recycling or reusing or any other related idea which is helpful in saving environment, and then you have to write it in this banner, the space given in your textbook for writing the quote. So that's it for today. We moved ahead with the next activities as well, but that we will keep for next class. Till this, I want you guys to solve these activities in your textbook as well. Though you are not coming to school and the live classes are no more to be held, but you should not stay behind on your studies. So make sure that you try to solve this activities by yourself, because ultimately in this year's English exams or English tests, it's not going to be question answers or just copy paste answers from your textbooks. It will be about trying to write by yourself, trying to understand by yourself, and basically trying to express yourself in English. So there's nothing more, just practice hard. And that's it for today. We'll end the class here. Bye. Be safe and enjoy your day.